This is me. Here's my acorns. Yes, you can eat acorns. I'm not going to show my face because this is late at night. Anyway, I deshelled them. I soaked them first in water. Okay, and then when you deshell them, these are the deshelled ones. Here's one I gotta put over here. This is my ones that are deshelled. You can eat these, but you have to boil them in water to boil out the yellow and or orange tannin. And you boil them once and twice and 3 times. You have to boil out until the water gets clear. So you boil them once for like 10 minutes. Once the water's in boil, pour out the water. Don't let the corn nuts come out. Pour out the water, put more water in, boil them again until these acorns, that's what that is. It's just like any other nut. They don't sell at the store. I don't know why, because they couldn't mass produce them because everybody has oak trees, and that's where acorns come from, is oak trees. So they did not start in the 17 and 1800s when the mass production of stuff came on. But everybody has oak trees, so they just decided not to even bother with it. So they never told you you can eat those. You can also have pine needle tea. Pine needle tea has vitamin C and caffeine. Any pine tree. Pull the pine needles out, boil water. Don't boil the pine needles with it because they'll boil out the vitamin C. Yes, it has vitamin C. And then once you have boiling water, put it in your coffee cup with the pine needles in it and let it steep, or put it in another pot with, don't boil the pine needles, but put boiling water with the pine needles in another pot. Let it steep for like 10 minutes. Stir it a few times during that 10 minutes. And then pull out the pine needles and you have tea. But the thing why they don't sell that is because it can cause miscarriage. If you're a pregnant woman, if you're pregnant, do not drink pine needle tea. Because in the 1700s and the 1800s, in those back years, 100 years ago, it caused miscarriage. And then they did experiments with like llamas and horses or something, and yes, they gave animals pine needle tea and it caused miscarriage. But if you're not pregnant, have pine needle tea all you want. It gives you vitamin C and it gives you caffeine and a lot of other vitamins too. A lot of other vitamins. Those are the only 2 I can think of. But anyway, these are the acorns. Hey, look, just like any other corn you ate, any nuts like peanuts. I mean, it's the same thing. These are not boiled yet, but you boil them. The water turns orange or yellow or something. You pour that out, put more water in it, and you reboil it, and keep doing that until they're done. And then you put them in a toaster oven, small toaster oven on your countertop, to just roast them. You can make them into flour to make a flour with it, and then mix a little regular bit of cornbread flour and regular flour and make cornbread acorn bread. But if you just don't have any flour, you can roast them, or you can even roast them and put them along with your peanuts on your coffee table for when your friends come over. They can just like, hey, really? You got peanuts and acorn nuts? Cool. And they can eat them. Because acorns are safe for everybody. Anyway, that's my video. These are my peeled acorns. And my name is Jason. And here they are. Here's the deshelled ones. And I grabbed a bunch more. I know there's different sizes. These are the big ones because I'm in the north. I'm in Missouri. I know I'm originally from Florida and the acorns are smaller, but these are huge. There's still acorns because there is different species of acorns. That's why the tannin, the orange tannin or the yellow tannin, depends on the acorn species. There's like 2 or 3 different oak trees. I'm thinking pine because pine's edible too, but that's another survival food. If there's no food, hey, you had acorns, better start grabbing them because I think the economy is going to crash soon. But anyway, there's that. Tell me if you like my video. Facebook, and please share this because there it is. And you should try it even if you already have food, even if you could still go to Walmart. Did you know the average person only has 1 week or 2 week of food saved because they're so used to going to the grocery store? What if a hurricane hit? What if a meteor hit? If a meteor hit, there won't be nothing. You're just gonna have to survive on whatever food you already bought. If in Florida hurricanes hit and people, the store shelves are empty right before they hit. You should have bought your food months ago. So general rule of thumb that the government says is 2 or 3 weeks of the food. What I say is 3 or 4 months worth of food saved up. In fact, 2 or 3 years worth of food. Bags of rice. Canned food's good for years, even beyond their expiration date, because that's not an expiration date, but a best buy expiration date. Because there's expiration date like eggs, and then there's also, milk has an expiration date, but then canned food has a best buy. Like a bag of potato chips you buy at the grocery store has a date on it, but it's not expiration date. It's a best. It tastes the best for that 6 months, but it's still edible beyond that. And canned food is good for years, like a decade beyond, even 2 decades beyond, or 3 decades or 4 decades beyond, as long as the canned food is not dented or has rust on or anything. But anyway, survival. My video. Tell me if you like it.